We are eagerly anticipating today, among other days, the Shiba Inu is making a gradual comeback. The whales have returned. A lot of money is changing hands fast. Next week, we may get a glimpse of the penny dream. Neither will it soon. Why is this taking place? Furthermore, what am I even referring to? Allow me to clarify. Important notice. A major announcement was made earlier today. Everyone in the Shiba Inu community was startled to hear the whales. It shocked it to its very core. Huge changes occurred, such as level moves that change the game. Frota's level moves that change the game. What this means for the future of Shiba Inus is tremendous. We are not referring to small-scale reorganizations of funds here. A major change is imminent because of this change. And this is the crazy part. It's not only the whales who are creating a racket. The Shiba Inu just achieved some significant life goals. You know the kind. The kind that makes you wonder if Shiba Inus are actually returning. The revival appears to be well underway. I must say. This upward trend has the potential to eat away at the price if it continues at its current rate of increase. Even whispers of the 1-cent dream are making a comeback among some. Mad as a bee could be wrong. Still, stay tuned, because I have more. While that's fantastic, you may be asking whether the chart is responding to it already. Well, an analyst just explained it, and you might get the willies from what he said. He claims that a Shiba Inu is secretly curled up within a large, symmetrical triangle. Imagine it as a spring that, when subjected to increasing pressure, would eventually snap. When it occurs, the breakout might be extremely powerful, with a range of up to 17 times what it is now. Such a motion does not occur at random. Parabolic runs start like that. And that is precisely the direction this arrangement is suggesting. No background noise, nothing but truth. All it is technical, raw energy about to explode. Now tell me what transpired. The major players are subtly restocking their positions, since Shiba Inu whale activity has skyrocketed. Wallets holding more than 1% of the total Shiba Inu supply increased their purchases at an astounding rate over the past month. Extraordinary mental effort required. While net flows increased by a factor of roughly 30. Even more impressively, on-chain statistics revealed that these behemoths purchased roughly 2 trillion tokens all at once, indicating a daily buying binge 4 times larger than usual. One thing is revealed by such continuous accumulation. Even the most confident members of the smart money community are jumping back on board. Do you recall the enormous breakout that sent the value of Shiba Inu skyrocketing by about 3 times in early 2023? When whale activity resumed, it looks like that move can be repeated now. If past performance is any indication, Shiba Inu may seek to repeat its former success from this year, levels that were twice as wide as the trading range today. The major players are obviously preparing for another legendary run, what with whales keeping up their token hoarding and bullish chart patterns developing underneath the surface. When will Shiba Inus return to those lofty heights? The evidence is strongly suggesting yes. Always be on the lookout. Something monumental may have begun with this. Let me tell you something. Another expert claims that things have simply become much worse. The percentage of Shiba Inu owned by whales or huge wallets has reached an unprecedented 74%, according to the most recent data from Into the Block. What this means is that a small number of extremely wealthy people own around 75% of the world's Shiba Inu. Additionally, these wallets are not haphazard. A minimum of 1% of the supply or several long-term holders of hefty bags of Shiba Inu can be found at these places. So what exactly does that imply? So these whales aren't joking around, they're putting down serious money bets. This kind of concentrated ownership is typically not seen by chance. That's a lot of conviction for a sum of money. Since they anticipate a price explosion in the near future, they are stocking up now. It becomes much more intriguing when individual investors are not jumping on the bandwagon just yet. This phase, the whales gather in a low-key fashion at this time, earlier before the craze, prior to the audience realizing it. Retailers start pouring in as soon as the buzz starts. The whales will be in a very relaxed state by that point. This kind of arrangement is thrilling, as in incredibly thrilling. Why? This story has been told before. In the year 2023, this very tape came released. After whales began amassing huge positions through covert purchases and increasing concentration, everything went boom. A breakthrough caused the price of Shiba Inu to skyrocket, increasing by 300% in only a few weeks. In the space of a second, things erupted into mayhem. Did the P pay attention from the beginning? Those people reaped the most benefits. The same flashing signals have brought us here once more. Yes, it's safe to state that Shiba Inus are now in that potentially harmful stage, a zone of relative calm just before a tempest hits. Full? The kind where, depending on your luck, you either fall asleep and miss the rocket launch, or, who knows, you hop on and ride it before the audience even notices the launch. We may even witness the realization of the 1-cent dream much sooner than anticipated, if the current level of energy continues to grow, and if these whales continue to exert such force. Perhaps even as soon as next week. Is it insane? Possibly yes. However, the most insane crypto movements typically occur when no one is prepared. Plus, the excitement is starting to develop. As of right now, Shiba Inu is among the top 20 cryptocurrencies by market cap, according to CoinMarketCap, marking a remarkable return. It's quite significant. It dropped out of the top 20 only last week, but now, at last, it returned with a vengeance. A move like that doesn't just happen. It demonstrates that the rate of change is quite rapid. Now let me tell you something even more intriguing. You won't find this resurgence occurring in a vacuum. Recently, Ethereum hasn't been the only thing driving the surge. Particularly in the meme coin sector, it is pulling the market as a whole.
And Shiba Inu is at the head of the pack. Is an inherent connection between Shiba Inu and the Ethereum network since it is built on top of it.
Shiba Inus are known to get a strong uplift whenever Ethereum has a pump. Now, the climate surrounding it has altered drastically, even if there hasn't been a major announcement related to Shiba Inus to drive this new price action. Appetites are soaring once more. The desire to take risks is reviving. Meme currencies tend to go viral more quickly than any other cryptocurrency when that initial excitement returns. At the moment, that is where Shiba Inus are. Practicality and basics aren't the only considerations. Things like sentiment, momentum, and clever money riding the next wave are at play here. Now that the experts and whales have noticed it, the charts are starting to coil, and the hype has begun. You total all of that up. An unprecedented increase in the accumulation of whales, a tightening of ownership, and the formation of patterns reminiscent of past breakouts. With Ethereum's help, the whole market surged, and Shu found himself thrust back into the limelight. In the end, a perfect storm occurs. Feels like we're back in early 2023, just before Shiba Inu had that incredible run. This might only be the beginning of the thrilling buildup, which has already begun. Shiba Inu is looking quite promising, even when considering the distant future. Shiba Inu is currently attempting what market participants refer to as an on-zero breakthrough for the second time. In other words, it is trying to break through a crucial price barrier without the customary large volume to support it. Crypto? It's like attempting to propel a vehicle upwards with only a slight wind. It's doable, but highly unlikely unless additional force is applied. In particular, the Shiba Inu price is teetering on the brink of a psychological price wall, which is a significant resistance level. It's playing with that line, pushing up against it, attempting to cross it, but here's the catch. We are still working on the volume. And we know from past experience that these kinds of outbreaks, those that take place in the absence of robust commerce, they tend to make a good impression at first, but then they swiftly fade. Is that a bearish signal, though? In no way. This present surge may appear weak, but it is actually occurring at a highly key point on the chart.